In 2015, Your Consortium developed a partnership with over 60 organisations to bid for Action Towards Inclusion, a £7.4 million project which is part of the wider national Building Better Opportunities programme. Action Towards Inclusion aims to support the most disadvantaged and hard to reach groups in the York, North Yorkshire and East Riding area. It aims to help them to overcome barriers, move closer towards employment and out of poverty. In order to involve service user voices in developing the programme, we wanted to go out and meet some of these organisations. First, we went to see Orb Community Arts, who support a range of individuals in the community living with mental health issues.
It keeps me out of hospital coming to Orb. If I didn't come to Orb, I wouldn't know what day of the week it was. You're insane when you're depressed. It is a form of insanity. The fact that there's somewhere I can come, I can't begin to describe how important that is, that you're not the only one that's suffering. Other people have gone through exactly the same as you. Knowing that there's somebody else there that's gone through that is a relief. Orb is a charity for people with mental health and learning difficulties. They do a range of activities, music, there's a thriving art group. Once a year there's an exhibition at Harrogate Library where your work gets framed and it's on display to the local public, and that's brilliant. It's socially inclusive, it just makes you feel good. You've done something constructive with your day when otherwise I'd just be sitting at home looking at four walls. I do think it does improve my mental health. It's been really beneficial. I'm really glad I decided to do it. Anything that I can do that's positive, it helps me to stay focused on getting better. It's a really brilliant place to come. It lifts your spirit. It's the best support I've had. There's other people there, they've all been through what you've been through. I think it's important to keep people coming, and the possibilities are endless. I think that service user involvement is really crucial to going forward with Orb. We're ill, we're not stupid. We're the best people to tell the outside world we've got problems, but we're human.
Next, we went to see The Clock, an organisation supporting vulnerable young people and adults with a range of social issues. We wanted to meet some of these people and find out what their issues were and how The Clock helped to support them.
My name's Stacey and I'm from First. I have mental health issues at the moment. It's a bit hard. I just find it hard because sometimes when I'm there, when my partner's not here, I want to start how can I do it? Hurting myself, if you know what I mean.
Hi, my name is Gary Eslop, but everybody calls me Guinea. I do suffer with depression and anxiety. I've done for some years. The reason I come to The Clock is because they taught me how to use a computer, basically. You can't do anything in life nowadays unless you can use a computer. Without their help, I would be stuck. There's not a lot in Thirsk. In fact, there's nothing in Thirsk. There is nothing. I mean, there wasn't much when we were kids, but now there's even less, and that's why I think a lot of kids, take drugs. This is a little ray of light where they can come.
I'm Jessica Stoker, I'm 19 years old, and I've been living in First for 4 years now. My current situation when I joined First Clock was that I was homeless. Me and my mum didn't get along, so she kicked me out when I was 16 years old. So then I had a support worker, a youth worker kind of thing. I came here because I had nowhere else to go and I didn't know how to get into the housing situation.
I've signed with the mental health team and they suggest that I come and meet new people and get myself out the house. I go to this group called Time to Time on a Wednesday, have a cup of tea and a coffee and have a chat and try and look for work. My confidence was very, very low. They help you out with homelessness, which I was homeless last year. They help me with my debts, my bills. I sometimes struggle to even get out my door because I suffer from depression and anxiety that bad. I struggle. It's
helping people, helping the younger ones maybe to get used to life in that big wild world, and for the older people just to say, well, there is somebody here to help you. You don't have to give up hope. You don't have to sit in on your own, and they can get help, to make their life better.
I think it's my confidence that gets me down the most, to be honest. It's the confidence that I need to get myself up there instead of down in a hole. I want to get myself back into work. College courses like maths, I want to get build my confidence up with that again and my English. I want to like get out and do things instead of sitting not doing nothing, staring at four walls.
My vision for the future is to get back into what I love doing, which was being a support worker. Before I got pregnant, I was a support worker for disabilities, which was just like being there for someone and changing someone's life every day.
My aspirations for the future are eventually to go back into work. This place could help me so much, helping me with application forms, with CV. That is the help that I know I could get here.
My goals are to, when I've had the baby, get back into all that, just getting the extra support that I know is going to be out there so I can actually go and do my MVQ, do really good in life.
It really is important to Thirsk is the Clock. It could actually be a lifeline to some of these kids on the street round there.
Next, we went to see Purple Patch, an organisation who provides support for people with a range of complex and profound learning disabilities and physical disabilities.
My name's John Bartle. I live in Harrogate and I come to the Purple Patch. The group's different to most other ones or all courses I've ever been on because it's an ongoing course. It's not like one that stops for 6 months. I don't have any work. I don't do work because I'm on the benefit. I used to do courses, but because of the government funding the cuts, we do less courses, and this is why I still come to Purple Patch, because they let me. Purple Patch is run almost like a family. I think for a lot of people, it gives them somewhere to go. People in our house don't get out much. They look out the window and they don't see the world. I feel like I help more than join in, but I like to help. I've had a few knocks in the past few years, but I try and live day to day, that's the main thing. I mean, you get bad and good days, and I like to meet lots of different people, so I don't like to be too solitary. My friend Tracy, she's got a little bit of autism. I've seen her change in her coming to visit new people, where she would just be very solitary on her own, and so that helps them. And I think the other people, like with Down syndrome, you can see them joining in, everybody joins in, which seem to enjoy it, and they're not forced like on a course. You've got 6 weeks to do it. That's why I never like courses too much. 6 weeks and then it finished. Purple Patch, it's ongoing. So yeah, I think it helps them. And it helps me because it's somewhere I feel I've helped other people instead of them helping me all the time. In my home, the timetable is getting stricter because of money worries and also time restraints. And they actually put more people in, so that actually these places are full to bursting, so the carers have got no time to help individuals. Purple Patch helped me a lot. They gave me a bit of confidence when I had some hard knocks with money worries myself. So everybody's tight on money as the world is at the moment, so any money available would help them a lot. There's many in our homes and many other homes probably. They're just sitting there looking out the window and wondering what they're seeing. For them, it's imperative to see someone else.
Finally, we went to visit the Peas Home Centre, who are working in partnership with Foundation UK to support adults with a range of issues around homelessness and addiction.
Been a drug addict since I was a teenager. I'm now 50, I'm still on methadone.
My homelessness came about as a result of my drinking, and then a long-term relationship broke up.
I was living in the street in Glasgow, London, and came over and got a house through the Peas Home in York. Couldn't handle the house. The support I get now is all for different things. First it was for rent that wasn't getting paid by the DHSS, and they were going to evict me for it. If the support wasn't there and I didn't know people would go to, I don't know what would have happened, but it wouldn't have been forward, put it that way. It would have been backwards in some way, most probably back to using. It was 2 years since I've actually had anything. I'm aware that things can go AWOL just as quick as...
Psychologically, I was an absolute mess. Confusion, fear, for me, self-loathing. I get support from mental health services, I get support from Survive, and I get support from Foundation Housing. If it wasn't for this place, God only knows what would have happened to me. It's given me the tools, the knowledge, and in many ways the strength to address a lot of things that I've been running away from for a long time. it is a lifeline. There's a lot of people that for whatever reason aren't able to engage fully with the service, you know, whether it be drugs, alcohol, mental health, whatever. There's a lot of people that are very chaotic. You've got to be ready and you've got to be willing to accept the support that's on offer. I was crying out for it.
I'd say at first I found it quite daunting moving into a hostel, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to carry on drinking just to get through it. But over time I found that actually I coped better when I was sober. It's been kind of going round in circles, and each time I have gone back to drink and drugs, it's been worse and worse. But I'm currently enjoying a long period of sobriety, and my life's like more on track than it has been in a long time. Sort of start getting back on track. This time around things are going well, and I'm kind of getting back into work as well, which is something I've not done for 4 years or so. It's really boosted my self-esteem. I couldn't really see myself working. Well, I didn't think I was employable. It kind of steered me back in the right direction, giving me confidence to kind of do what I am capable of doing.
I would like to go into debt counselling, debt management. That's what I would like to do moving forward.
I'm just going to keep moving forward.
On this journey, we've been inspired by just a small number of service users who could significantly benefit from the Action Towards Inclusion programme. We have listened to their experiences and explored their barriers and aspirations for the future. This journey has showed us just how vital these services are.